Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
Previously, on Friday Night Quests, our heroes have entered the lair of Aldo Bay and his trusted soldiers, posing as allies to their anti-elf rebellion. Now they just need to figure out how to take down an army from within. You see the man that you know as Aldo Bay stepping forward toward you all. He just takes a few steps toward you, but again, it's almost like being in a room with a lot of static electricity, except it's just fear. Just like you feel...
I'm assuming this is unnatural. Like, it's not like I'm just like, this guy is the creepiest person I've ever seen. I just feel something.
There's definitely something like weirdly chemical going on. It's like you're ready to feel horrible fear. Like the adrenaline is starting to flow. It's not the effect has fully hit you yet. You get the sense that like it's like priming you almost.
Huh. And we all feel it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, you have a wonderful presence about you.
Please, tell me more about yourself.
More about I? Garen Milk-Tongue? And I step to the top of the goat. How much time do you have? And I whip out my lute.
Okay.
And I hit the chord and cut away.
Okay.
I'm going to regale my tales of Garen Milk-Tongue to this man.
Okay.
For about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Or until how long he will let me.
We'll cut to Quatra, and then we'll come back for the performance check.
So hold on. I start the...
Oh, no. Yes. Oh my
so
God.
I start the song with, let's hear it for the moist boys. And then just cut away.
Got it. Quatra, what are you up to? You're waiting a couple floors down.
Yeah, I can hear it going like upstairs, and I kind of look up there and I see the soldiers around me kind of like stopping and like looking up.
Whistling.
And I'm like, yeah. Like, soldiers,
Uh-huh.
would you like to see me punch a lamp?
Punch a lamp?
Bree, bring me a lamp now.
She just steps away, and she brings you what looks like a jug. Make a check. Tell me what you want to make.
Well, would it be like my martial arts?
No, I mean a perception or a history or...
You need to see
Oh,
if this
oh,
is a
okay.
jug.
I'll
Oh my
go
God, is there a
history.
name for this move that you're going to do?
Oh, yeah. There is a name for this move. Okay, so my history check is 13.
13. Okay, you bring your fist towards it, and you stop, and you're like, hey, she grabbed a jar of alchemist's fire.
Oh. Well, right, if it's exposed to air, it'll explode.
It might. It very well might.
Okay.
How
I'll
is those just like around?
And actually,
Yeah.
as you stop, you just look, and all of the other soldiers are like hands on their weapons, like, what the fuck just happened? Like, this could have been actually very bad.
Yeah, why would someone do that?
So,
Bree's very good.
as I freeze my fist right next to it, I look over at them and you go, "What do you think I am? A fool? I would never punch a lamp. That was a trick to see how strong of will all of you were. And you are strong. You're impressive.
My
Impressed
mind's
me.
been freaked. I got mind freaked.
You've all been mind freaked.
And as you're looking around, you notice, oh, this is why it was so easy. There's a lot of jars of alchemist's fire around here.
That was what I was looking for when I was looking for a weakness. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
keep that in mind.
There's just a fair number of them.
Would you like to see me break a board?
Cut to. Make a performance roll, Phineas.
Yep. Pretty good at
See
it.
if he's willing to indulge.
Oh, baby. 26. Hold on to your hats.
Yeah,
Get ready
it's-
to have a musical number.
It's a 10-minute sequence that we are now coming to the end of, and it was very good. What's the last line? Not that I don't love editing a whole musical sequence into an episode, but just hypothetically, if this was the last line, what was it?
And her wrathful low.
I am like crying and just, yes, my lord.
That's enough.
A single tear rolls down.
But it might be a weird thing goats do.
Aldo sort of nods. He takes the hammer and just sort of begins pacing around the room. So you've proven yourself. You desire vengeance
Of course.
as much as I.
Oh, very much so. Has someone not let you stable a mighty beast of nature?
Someone has let beasts in to our stable.
We share a kinship of beasts. You and I shall be allies.
I think we shall.
Excellent. Now, my soldiers are hungry. And if we are to take this city with our beasts, you of your heart and mine of this glorious she, then we must be ready and prepared. What is your plan?
I was preparing my troops for the frontline assault, but I think you've given us a new opportunity.
Ooh.
She charges through the gates, you riding atop, playing your music.
Mm-hmm.
They will not be able to prepare themselves.
Well, yes, of course. We will lead the charge. I always lead from the front, but
They will cower before the might of she.
of course.
Make an insight roll.
Yes, I was just
Can I
about
make
to
an
say
insight
that. Does Aldo think this guy's a complete idiot? 16.
22.
You guys would prove a wonderful diversion.
Yeah.
And also just somewhere for the people of Mattet to put all their arrows.
Excellent, excellent. And, of course, I always need an audience. Where will your reinforcements be coming from?
Oh, don't worry. We have our own secret ways into the city.
Aldo. I always ride at the front. But do not take me as a man who does not have a plan of his own. If you think that this was merely for show and for entertainment, Garen Milktongue has not made it this long in this world without knowing the ins and outs of every opportunity. What is your plan, Aldo?
Make a persuasion check.
How about a natty 20?
Natty 20 is pretty good. Natty 20 is pretty good. He nods. My people are vulnerable to the storm. I expect to lose a fair number of them.
The storm? What do you mean, the storm?
You needn't worry. And he...
Hold on.
He holds the hammer and he sort of looks at it. We have another army.
What do you mean? First, a storm? Are we talking lightning? Are we talking snow? What matter of storm is this?
It shouldn't affect you. The storm will come through and ravage the people of Mattet. And some of my soldiers may fall as well.
You are a man who can control storms.
No. I'm afraid I cannot. But this storm will create a gateway. Another army will join us on the field.
And what is this army that rides beside us?
I'm afraid it's not my place to say. I don't want to give away the surprise.
Well, Aldo, you have prickled my interest for sure. I do love a good mystery, but I don't like a bad joke. Do you understand what I mean? I don't mean to be the butt of a joke, Aldo. I plan to be at the heart of a mystery of my own making.
Then when we enter the city, find me on the common quarter and be by my side. As long as I have the hammer, the armies will follow me.
Well, that is good. Is this army of many, or is this army of few but powerful? What should I look for?
It will be unmistakable. Make an insight roll again.
Oh boy, threw that out of the box. 15.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the numbers.
Oh no. I relay via message to everybody. So update. And I give them all of the information that I've heard from him of what I surmise, as well as I also don't think this guy knows the type of power he's wielding. And it seems pretty bad from standing in the room with him. I'm doing this over multiple messages because I know it's
Yeah.
only a certain number of words. But I'm not entirely sure he knows what he's doing.
Should we kill him?
I mean, definitely, but how? Because there's so many soldiers here.
Does message like move like your mind is hearing it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it does.
So it's like from his mind to my mind.
Yeah, I'm not like speaking like muted words to him in the
Not
room.
this guy in particular.
It would only add to my insanity if I'm just standing atop a goat and just mouthing nothing.
Actually, technically you are, because they can respond psychically, but in the words it says you create a whisper only that person can hear.
So like
you have to act like you're talking to the goat. Yeah, like we're like
I'm brushing her hair
Yes.
as I'm saying all of this.
Yes,
Yeah.
like it's a creepy pet thing.
So it's certainly very much in
I'm like
character.
drooling.
But no, when Quatra and Althea and Ivy respond, they don't need to move their lips. So
Good to know.
So what does everyone think we should do?
Kill him.
I agree, but how?
I don't know.
I mean, I've kind of put myself out here as some insane warrior, but this guy is very scary.
I don't know.
Let's wait till they're vulnerable.
Do you want me to charge them?
No, not yet.
Quatra, don't you have something you can do?
Yes, of course.
Well-
are we all in the message together?
actually, no, you
never
wouldn't
mind.
be.
Shit.
We're all in one group chat. I put us all in one big message chat.
Unfortunately, there are other spells that do that. Messages.
Damn.
Never mind.
Phineas has to.
Ask Quatra if he says something.
Okay, hold on. Quatra.
Well, technically-
Althea wanted to know.
Quatra can message people as well, but
Althea wanted to know this. And then you can have a message with Althea.
Yes, I have a plan.
What, are you going to elaborate on that plan?
Oh, yes. This place is stocked full of alchemical fire.
You should tell Phineas that.
Okay. I will. Hold on, I'm teaching Gary how to play coins.
No, this isn't the time for coins.
I have to concentrate on this move.
No.
I just see you like just frustrated. Althea, what's going on over there?
Quatra fucking played coins.
Fuck. All right. Any useful information?
There's alchemist fire
Okay,
everywhere.
I'm done with that turn.
Oh, hold on. Someone else is in my. Hold on one second. I'll put you on hold. Got someone else on the other
Hi,
line.
you've reached Phineas. I'm messaging somebody else right now. Leave me a message.
Lord of Goats line, please hold.
Meanwhile, like I was just sitting there, like wondering why no one's like doing anything at all.
And Aldo's sitting there with his hammer going, well.
actually, what you notice is Aldo's back to posing by the crack in the wall, like looking out over the desert again.
Nice. And we're all just nodding slowly, twitching.
It's like I have a tick.
Here's the thing. If he's into just like dramatically posing outside of like a tower, I'm doing the same thing atop this goat. So like we're both insane together.
Oh, so Odela's just kind of like... Odela's looking between the two of you going like, oh, Jesus.
Odela's not in the room.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And Quatra, sorry, I've got you on my line now.
Oh, yes.
What were you gonna say?
There's alchemical fire stocked all through this place.
Okay, so we could use that to blow up like a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. No, we drink it. Yes, we can blow up stuff.
You gotta switch lines.
Oh, wow,
I'm on
Quatra.
hold still. I'm still on call waiting.
Quatra, I don't think you've ever been sarcastic to me before. I'm rubbing off on you, buddy.
I'm learning it.
Okay.
I don't
so,
even think I'm supposed to be whispering in message. I think I can speak
I'm like
normally.
looking at you,
Yeah, I was
Phineas.
wondering. Your mind is really whispering, like you're stage whispering in your mind right
Hold
now.
on,
I like-
I've got to do another move in
I'm
coins.
staring at Phineas like,
I
put
stopped.
me back on
I
the line.
stopped my hoof.
Okay, I put Althea back in the line. Yeah, this
There's
is.
alchemist fire everywhere.
Oh yeah, I should have just talked to you directly. He's playing coins with someone. So
I told you that.
yes. Okay. So our options are, and I say all of this to everyone in just quick succession. So our options are just straight up bum rush Aldo right now and try to take this hammer, because this seems to be the key of his plan. He's clearly going to summon some nasty army. We don't know what it is. Or we take a more subtle approach, take camp here at night, and then just in the middle of the night just firebomb the crap out of it.
Why did it take you so long to talk to me? I've been sitting here. I haven't
I'm
been
so
able to
sorry.
say
I've been rubbing your
anything
back,
at all.
though.
I can't- Yeah, it's kind of odd.
Option 2, please.
Do you want to move to the side right here below your ear?
That's a little better.
Oh, there we
thanks.
go. Okay, right there.
Option 2, please.
Those are the two options that I could think of. Does anyone have
No.
any other options?
Oh, am I charging?
No, I
now?
think the second option is the one.
Just be subtle and then blow everything up at night?
Yes, because if we bum rush him now, we're gonna die.
Yeah, because there's a lot of soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay. And Quatra is busy playing coins. Does everyone think option 2 is the best way to go? And I message everyone individually.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Can you move to the left?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Okay, well then, I'll get us out of this room and then we can camp for the night. Sound good, everybody?
Yes.
My nose itches. Can you get like just like a top?
Okay, yeah, but are you good with camping for the night?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Quatra?
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
You're gonna. Oh shit! I can't say
You
this
can't
to you.
initiate.
I look at you very intently.
Ivy, does it look like Althea has to poop?
I think she does.
I'll message Althea. Do you need to use the rest?
No, but Ivy's gonna lose her wild shape.
Wait, how long does it last? Ivy, how long does this last?
About 2 hours.
Okay. I've been up here way too long. I pop out of the message. Well, this has been
After 10 minutes of quiet.
some quiet staring.
This has been a great quiet time.
I have observed enough.
This is how you know you're friends with somebody.
Yeah,
when you
I
can be in
know.
the same
We're in
room.
the same room, quiet together.
He just turns around. I thought you left.
When she leaves, you'll know. Ride! And I turn and ride her out of the tower.
No. I leave backwards.
Okay,
No.
perfect.
And I too walk backwards like it's a thing.
The curtain opens and Odila is standing right there.
I just continue on backwards. I don't turn around.
I do eventually turn around because I'm like, this is dumb, and I like bow to Odila and I leave.
Odila steps back into the curtain and closes it behind her.
Okay, and then we make our way down to an area of camp, hopefully stopping by Quatra on the way.
Yeah.
And that, Gary, is how you lose spectacularly to coins. And I scoop my coins up.
Burn.
One more game.
Okay. You talked me into it.
Have you finished with your game?
As I walk by, I knock over all the coins.
They just
fall
tumble
down.
6 floors.
No. I'm sorry, my lord. I will follow you.
Yes. I just ride. I kick the side of Ivy and just ride out the front.
And
We
then
continue to go down the stairs backwards.
And then I whisper to Gary, I'm sorry, Gary. I'll find you later and we'll play some coins.
And you turn around and Clarence is right in front of you, Quatra.
Is Clarence mad that you haven't taught him how to play coins?
I think I understand the game. I
No,
want to try.
You don't, Clarence. You don't. I promise you.
It's very much like checkers.
What is Bree doing?
Bree's like sort of leaning against the wall, like her arms folded. She's trying to look casual, but she's very like on edge, looking at all the soldiers and enemies around her.
Okay, let's go, everyone.
So after we get out of earshot of most of the soldiers,
Where are we going?
Well, we can find quarters, I think.
is there quarters?
We just
I
lost
guess-
all the coins.
Not coins.
Oh, I thought you meant quarters the coin. And I was like, what the fuck? Let it go. We're not playing coins anymore.
No, we can find our own soldier quarters.
Is when we look around, like, is it tents or is it like actual like old bastions of like buildings and things?
Or is it intense?
Oh,
It's sort of just like
God.
it's like
take away the
unclaimed
inspiration.
It's like unclaimed elements of the floor, essentially. Like
Okay,
people are
like-
just laying themselves out.
And this is a tower, right? But is the tower attached to like a rubble of like a former castle, or
Seems like whatever it's attached to is down.
like under the sand?
Yeah.
Okay. But there is like some parts of the building still sticking out with like rooms that we could get into.
Not full rooms, but like half rooms, and then people have built like curtains into them, or like, but it tends to be pretty open air.
Okay.
Like, the curtains seem to be mainly for like the privy and a couple of other things. Mainly, it's just as open air.
The poopery.
If you ever saw the movie August Rush, and they all just sort of sleep on the stage of an abandoned movie
Oh,
theater,
yeah.
it's kind of that.
Guys, I just realized that my bag of tricks can potentially summon a giant goat.
Of course.
But you have one. I know, but if for some reason you lost all your wild shapes or whatever, we could risk it and try to summon another
Do
giant
you
goat.
think this new giant goat would be as on board with all of the stuff that I've been doing?
Yes, because it has to do what we say.
I just don't
Oh.
understand. Like, I thought I was the only goat you guys
No.
needed.
You are the
it
only
hasn't-
goat
it's
in
not-
our life.
It's not about that. No one's replacing you.
I mean, I was feeling like
Bah,
really special.
Yeah.
You are really special. You're the specialist goat. This is just like a temporary goat thing.
We got you a present. We knew you might be upset about having the new goat in our life, but we got you a present. So it's in fact the goat got you this present. So thank you so much, goat. So thoughtful.
You're gonna be a great parent. You're already preparing for the second
always
child.
preparing, always preparing.
Welcome to Friday Night Quest. It's me, Mike Christensen, your host and also your dungeon master. We've got a couple of exciting announcements today. The first one is that Jay Jones, who you know as Phineus Longshadow and the dungeon master for the first campaign, he and his wife have just welcomed a new baby into their lives. It's theirs. They had it. It's their baby. They didn't just like find one, like Moses. That'd be cool. Or like Superman. That'd be sometimes good. But no, they had a baby together, and I think his wife did most of it. But they are now proud parents of an adorable, beautiful baby. So, head on over to the social media and send them a message and say, like, hey, congratulations, and maybe here's some parenting advice, because I doubt that would be annoying to them at all. We're just going to forward all of them to them. Because we think that's funny. But we do want to give a very genuine, sincere congratulations to Jay and his new family, and the entire Jones family for the new addition to their motley crew. So congratulations, Jay, and we look forward to them joining us at the table pretty much any day now. Because babies can play with dice, right? That's not a hazard of any kind. Nah, I think we're fine. A second exciting announcement, if you head down to the show notes, you'll find a link to our Redbubble page. We've got some new Friday Night Quests merch for you. There'll be a couple of exciting shirts and, well, they don't have to be shirts, actually. You can kind of get them on whatever you want. And nothing says Teddy's Tin Shop like a bath mat. Just saying. Like, or, some Where's My Gourd Bitch towels. Like, that would be fun. Pop on over to the Redbubble page, check out the new stuff. There'll be more stuff for Wrath and Story as well. So head on over, peruse, enjoy. It's a great way to help show us that you like the things that we do enough to wear them on your body. And the alternative is that you be naked. And you can't do that. That's crazy. I mean, I guess that makes more sense if you get like the shirts. You could wear the bath mat, but that's awfully weird. Or like the mouse pad, but I don't know how much like traction you can get out of that in terms of like you can't wear a mouse. I mean, you could wear a mouse pad, but not a lot. Anyway, check it out. We want to give a thank you to Andrew Dickinger, one of our producers. He is the main art dude for Partial Arc, does all of the character designs for Wrath and Story, as well as all of the art for Mortals, our board game, which, by the way, is still for sale. Check out the website. But want to give a shout out to Andrew. He kicks ass at art, and he did all the art and all the designs that are on our Redbubble. So give him a big shout out, because he's cool. We have a Patreon and 2 new Patreon backers to give thanks to. Thank you so much, Brittle. Thank you for supporting the show. And Adrian Harrison, thank you so much. We are so excited for your support and so grateful for your support. And if you want to support the show, people out there who are not Brittle or Adrian Harrison, you can do that by going to patreon.com/Friday Night Quests. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. Any dollar amount is a huge help. But if you want specific rewards, then if you donate at $2 a month, you gain access to Bardic Inspiration. That's how you get your name read aloud on the show. But that's not all. If you donate at $5 a month, you get Detect Magic, and then you get to hear bonus episodes. By the way, the final episode of our Bahamutmas adventure just dropped yesterday. I mean, on the day that this is coming out is yesterday. It dropped at the beginning of September. It is a celebration and a tribute to our fictional winter holiday, one of the favorite parts of the show for us. And it was a lot of fun to record. It's myself and Andrew and fellow producer Niels-Christian are the players, and Jay Jones is the dungeon master. It's a really wonderful adventure. We're really, really proud of it. So if you want to listen to that, you can go to Patreon and donate at $5 a month or more. At $10 a month, you get access to Suggestion, and you get to put words in the mouths of our players. So far on the show, you've heard submissions from Colin Giebner. Matthew Root is also someone who has donated some of our suggestion options. Matthew Root suggested, let's hear it for the Moist Boys, as performed by Phineus Longshadow, proud parent Jay Jones. And you can do the same if you donate at least $10 a month on our Patreon. In terms of bonus content, we also had the first episode of one of our very first test recordings. We released that when we reached $150 a month. We've actually slipped below that threshold, so hopefully you can raise us back up to that number. We've got 3 more parts to that adventure that we want to release. We're hoping to do that monthly, so hopefully next month we can get above 150 and you guys can hear the second episode. And just as a reminder, if you join the Patreon, you also get to join our Discord server. And, sometimes we talk about karaoke. It's fun. That's all I've got for you this episode. The next one will be coming to you on September 16th. Until then, kick some ass, take some names, talk to you later. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
I look around for any nooks or crannies that we can claim as our own quarters.
There's some, yeah.
Especially somewhere where we can hide.
Yeah, the goat.
Yeah.
Mainly,
Ivy.
it looks like it's going to be lower down.
Yeah, so we keep going. I want to go as close down to the pit. What that was.
That's where the unclaimed area is, yeah.
Yes,
Let's go down to the pit.
The further we go down, the more likely it is that we're going to not be able to escape Alchemist Fire if we try to light it down here.
I see. Because fire rises. But
Yeah, and it's going to be quick.
Yeah.
So it's going to be like an explosion. So,
well, let's talk about this when we find our quarters.
yeah, okay.
So you guys descend down to the bottom.
Yeah.
It seems like there's not many people camped below the sand line.
Okay.
It's safe,
But
but
they
it
don't-
just unnerves them.
It's
Yeah,
safe,
they don't
but
trust
nobody
it.
camps down there for no unspecified reason.
Zero.
Can I find a wall or something to duck behind so I can change my shape?
Yeah, so no one's really more than a level or... No one's closer than a level or 2 above you, so there's not a lot of visibility to you.
So I can totally just
Yeah.
drop shape.
As long as you're not standing on the pit, no one's really looking down to see you.
God, okay.
If you're against the wall, you're fine.
All right, I find a place and just kind of drop my wild shape.
So first of all, I want to bring everybody in on the plan.
Okay.
I feel so special.
You are special, Ivy.
Thank you.
All that alchemist fire that I saw was leaning against a long drop down. All we need to do is kick it off the edge.
Okay.
Real
How much
quick
alchemist fire? Like how many kicks?
Lots of jars?
Yeah.
Lots of jars.
question. What is alchemist fire? How does it differ from regular fire? I can make fire. Althea can make fire.
I can make fire, and then I produce flame in
Make a
my
flame.
hand.
I make a bonfire.
Whoa. We need that to stay warm. Or is it too hot? Is it hot?
I put out my fire.
You're very comfortable, actually, this
Oh,
deep into the tower.
nice. Okay.
You're protected from the heat by
Sure.
the tower.
Sure.
You'll need it at night when it cools down.
Right, okay. We'll need that fire later. Alchemist fire is chemical, so it's a natural compound that when it touches the air, it immediately ignites.
That sounds quite terrifying.
No, you shouldn't be afraid of fire. It's just another element.
Well, I'm
In
not
fact,
afraid of
look at
fire.
our element.
I'm just an element to you.
You're more than that, of course, but
I would also consider the fact that he might think of elements as better than people, so it might actually be a
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah, I guess so. My father was an alchemist. He used to make alchemist fire every now and then. It is quite volatile.
So our plan is Quatra and Althea, I would assume, since both of you are pretty good with accuracy and speed, to just in quick succession knock down all of these alchemical fire
Yeah.
things.
well, here was my first thought.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to describe that I have featherfall without saying I have featherfall as a person, but I always have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that I do. And so I was thinking that you and I go up,
Uh-huh.
or anybody that wants to come with us,
Uh-huh.
we just start kicking these alchemical fire pots off of the ledge. And when they start exploding, you and I jump through a window out of the tower, and you can hold on to me, or if you have a way of falling slowly.
Actually, I have a cloak that gives me dimension door.
Perfect. Then we jump out the window, and we're out of the tower.
Can you take anybody with you for Dimension
That's
Door?
what I am just looking up right now.
Because the most effective way for this plan to work is we want everyone to be near the tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just happen to know a man who rides a goat who plays some pretty good tunes that might be able to draw a crowd into a
the
tower.
I can bring one willing creature of my size or smaller. So pretty much just Phineus.
Well, your size or smaller, so anyone.
I'm your size.
Yeah.
Oh, I can bring one willing creature. That's
I
it.
am unwilling, so
Cool.
sorry.
Well, we would still need to.
Sucks
I
to
guess
suck.
Ivy, you wouldn't have to be in there. I could just go in myself and say that I'm going to play a
But
song.
I thought this was like our thing.
It is like a team thing, but I don't want you to die in a tower, and I also don't want to die in a tower. It's only got to be one of us.
I can do things. I can get us out there. I can help us leave. And I'm also, in case you notice, I'm golden. And I have this cool trick that if any kind of like elemental damage or elemental pain comes to me, I can absorb it.
Wait, like of a specific element, any kind?
Yeah,
So you could absorb all of the fire?
No. I mean, like, I can be kind of like resistant to it.
But this is going to be a lot of fire, right?
I have a quick problem.
Oh.
How do we get across the desert back to Mattet afterward?
I also have an idea. Like the plan there, but what if we ran up to the top of the spiral, grabbed as much alchemist fire as we can, and then throw it down the middle,
That's what I was
and then
thinking.
explode it from bottom up?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but we don't need to like stop it or anything. We just sort of push everything all at once.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
We're on the same page.
It was like push it over the edge.
But the
Yeah.
challenge is
Yeah.
we have to get it all the way to the top, where Aldo is.
It already was at the top.
It's like 2 floors from the from the top of the
right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking the top of the tower.
Oh, I thought the alchemist fire was all throughout the thing.
There
it
is some, but there's
Okay.
a fair amount,
There's
at least
a
where
lot
you
up
guys
top
were.
where we
Yeah.
were. So we can just keep on pushing pots.
Yes.
Boom,
Oh,
boom.
should I?
We can use my Thunderwave spell.
Well, that might explode it right on top of us.
Oh.
Because it might shatter the pots around us.
So the plan is get all the soldiers into the tower. Althea and Quatra, you'll both knock all of the alchemist fire in. Quatra, you'll leap out and fall slowly with Featherfall. Althea, you'll
I'll use Dimension Door.
Dimension
with
Door
my
out
cloak.
with me,
Yes, with you.
and Ivy will Misty Step out.
A
So
face
we're
step,
all
yes.
out,
Yes.
basically
How
unaffected.
far can you go with your Misty Step or Face Step or whatever you want to call it?
It is face step, and I can only go.
2 feet.
I can go 30 feet.
Oh, that's good enough.
To an unoccupied space I can see.
Well,
Can you catch
No,
her?
because so the
I
top,
could probably catch her.
but the top 2 floors are 60 feet up. So Ivy's gonna have to be lower and like closer to the catamaran.
She could jump out a window into my arms.
I can figure it out.
Okay.
I
all right.
love the absolute insanity of how coordinated this has to be.
the Dimension Door is 500 feet range, so I'm pretty good on that one. We were pretty good on that one.
And you don't need line of sight either, which helps. Since your father is an alchemist, I'd like you to go ahead and make a... call it a history check.
Great, -2 on
Your
history.
father is an alchemist.
But you have advantage because it was your dad.
Okay.
So.
That was the original
Cool.
song.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Dad. That's a 10.
10's not bad. 10's enough to know this is going to heat up real fast.
So it'll be an explosion,
It'll be, essentially you're turning it into a chimney,
a column of fire.
but you also have the fissure in the side. It's going to send some out through there as well, and the catamaran isn't far from that crack right now. It may be okay because it's lower than the fissure, but
Well,
it could be in the blast radius of some debris.
could we move it?
We could potentially move it at the cover of darkness, move the catamaran out of the way.
We wouldn't want to like give anybody like a warning, like, oh, why are they moving the catamaran?
No, because the pirates are kind of neutral. We don't know really who they.
You also
work
remember
for.
they are actually making their attack at Mattet at dawn. So they're probably not going to spend most of the night in the tower. It's probably mostly going to be in transit
Oh, you think they're going to
Oh.
leave
What,
before?
But it only took like 2 hours, right?
by vessel.
Oh, they'll be walking over the
Okay,
They'll be
so
walking by fire giant.
sand. Got it.
they as in the soldiers.
Mhm.
So when do we think they're going to leave?
Well, it's a 6-hour walk, so middle of the night.
Probably,
Okay, so
probably
midnight.
soon.
So this needs to happen. So what time is it now?
It's about 4 p.m.
Oh, okay. So we have like a few more hours. Is this what season is this?
It's winter, so it's going to
Oh,
get
it's
dark.
gonna get dark
probably
in an hour.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. Okay. So we have about an hour before it gets dark, and then I don't imagine anyone's really going to go to sleep.
No.
But instead of a party, Garen, aka me, could put on a great battle hymn to get everyone pumped up for the fight.
Yep.
and keep them all in one place.
Exactly.
While you stand at the top, while you perform down to your adoring fans.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
How much money do we have?
Why
that
are
we
you
can-
looking to me for this?
I don't know who has what.
I've
Well-
got a good amount of money.
I have some money, and that's none of your business.
Well, I
Because-
have money that I can... This is money I didn't get a chance to give to everybody. I don't know if anybody's noticed when my bags move around a lot, they shake like tons of coins because I have tons of coins from that Platinum Panther.
Puddles in your pocket.
I don't really
I
want
don't-
for much.
I have no money, but I don't need any.
Well, I've got plenty, so we could probably pay off the catamaran. I assume that's what you meant.
That's what I was saying.
Oh.
Yeah, we could bribe the captain.
Oh, well, do we think that he's bribable and not going to report it to...
Oh, it doesn't have to be that we're going to do anything shady. I can just tell him I like a really nice midnight ride, and I'm going to give him a lot of money for it.
Okay,
I mean, I'm giving him a lot of money. He doesn't need to ask a lot of questions.
okay. Well, it's not going to be midnight.
We can
It's going
also
to be before that.
we can tell him anything
Because everyone's going to leave at midnight.
Mm.
So it's to be before.
We
Sure.
can tell him whatever we want. We could tell him that we've been sent out by Aldo on a special reconnaissance.
True. We need to move the catamaran to be prepared for battle. Yeah, we could literally say anything.
Okay. Well, you should be in charge of that.
We should make sure he's still here
Oh,
because he may have left.
We should go find him.
we should check.
We should definitely go find him.
Ivy, you probably can't leave the room until we do our performance, because... Wait a second. You only have one more wild shape, right?
I'll have to rest, but only a short rest. I don't have to long rest.
If worse
Just
comes
like a
to
little
worse...
Wait, you should have 2 wild shapes.
Yes, I just used one, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yes.
and then you'd use the other, but why do you need to rest?
I don't have any... in case we do something, right?
You want 2 more wild shapes, is what...
Yeah, she wants to be fully stocked.
Oh, okay.
But we only have another hour or two, so we
I
can't
only
do
need
a
an
long
hour
rest.
for a short rest, right? I
Correct.
just need a short rest.
Okay.
All right, well, we can wait an hour.
I was going to
Because
say,
the sun's going to go down in an hour.
could Ivy, you turn into a giant goat, can you turn into like a giant bird of some kind?
No.
I know this might get a little
No.
uncomfortable for you, Quatra, but can you turn into a giant bird that we could maybe ride?
I can't...
Until level 8.
Yeah, I can't fly yet.
Okay. Then that's a bad plan.
And I
Okay.
wouldn't be uncomfortable.
Why
by
don't
that.
the monsters attack the fire giants? I'm sorry, it's been stuck in my head. Like, why don't they attack them?
I don't want to provoke monsters because we don't know how the monsters are going to treat us. Here's the thing. This explosion could trigger monsters.
Mhm.
So we need to be prepared for that. But I don't think we should just trigger monsters for no reason.
Ivy, by the way, you have the highest passive perception. You remember seeing that the fire giant does have a fair number of scars from the knees down.
Oh, yeah. He did look like he was attacked on his legs.
Who?
The fire giant.
Wait a second.
He had scars and marks.
Worse comes to worse, we don't necessarily have to kill all of them. And that sounds terrible to say out loud. We don't really know these soldiers, but they're bad anyway. All we really need to do is cut off their means of travel, which is this fire giant, right? Like, the fire giant's gone.
Is the fire
They're
giant...
stuck here.
I'm sorry. The fire giant alone is going to transport... How many soldiers are here?
About 30.
Just 30?
Mm-hmm.
Only 30?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but remember I told you about the whole
Oh, the
army?
hammer. And the
all those extra army?
I mean...
regardless... if-
Althea feels very conflicted about this. Because it's a fire giant.
I'm not saying we do it, but there's a very real chance with whatever we do in this tower, we're going to have to square against a fire giant.
I mean... Yes, so you are right. You are right. This is the way that they are going to be traveling, and...
We can't put one in front of his entire city. We can't put one fire giant ahead of everyone in Mattet. We had a plan. We've discussed saving the city, and if saving the city means killing one giant creature, I think we know what the answer is.
There is one other option. You just brought this to my mind, Althea. You're right. 30 soldiers isn't meaningful enough to really take down a whole city. It's the hammer that's the problem.
Yeah,
if we
I
could
feel like...
somehow separate Aldo from the hammer, maybe his hand as well, I mean, we could cut off the majority of what is potentially his offensive.
we think he's going to summon like a ghost army, right? Like that's
I don't
what
know
we're
what he's
assuming.
going to do, but it's probably bad.
Oh god.
Maybe it's the monsters under the sand? I don't know. But either way, it could be very bad.
Okay, so our options are 1, alchemist fire this place, which could trigger a bunch of monster attacks.
Or
And
not,
also,
or not.
but if it did, and the hammer does control monsters, we could end up with a problem. Option number 2, fire giant gets killed. That doesn't necessarily solve the hammer problem.
Right.
Option 3, go after the hammer, very likely will die.
Also, worth noting, and you would know this, Althea, fire giants are immune to fire.
Fire giants are also immune to fire.
So without a doubt, we are going to have to deal with a fire giant. Or we can deal with the tower, hopefully Aldo, get on the catamaran, and just book it back to the city.
Yeah, honestly, I think getting out of there as fast as possible is a better plan than trying to attack a fire giant and the man and Aldo at the same time when we can go back and get reinforcements.
I mean, I don't feel very good about fighting a fire giant. Does anyone here feel good about that?
Zero good about fighting a fire giant.
I have a question. I don't know much about like battle and on the grand scale between cities and all that, but if we are able to get back to the city, aren't Aldo and all them, aren't they counting on surprise?
They are, but the Grave Wind is going to provide that surprise.
But the city does know about the Grave Wind, and they do know about this attack. We did tell them, right?
We did.
So it's not like they're going to go to the city just completely unawares. Like they know, they are getting prepared. They know what's happening.
Okay, so what's your point?
But they don't know about the hammer, and that's the problem.
Then
We don't even really know what it
I think
does.
that should be our focus.
Is getting the hammer?
Getting the hammer, and like because all the alchemist things, there's too many variables. There's too many things we don't know.
Yeah, but if we fight Aldo, he has a hammer that is most likely going to kill us.
Wasn't that why we came here? Didn't we come here to defeat something?
I don't think the 4 of us can take him on. That's the point.
I mean, I feel a lot better about fighting him than a fire giant.
I feel better about fighting a fire giant than I do about him.
It's just a hammer. It's flesh and blood.
It's not just a hammer.
I mean,
I don't know what it does. It could be way more powerful than a fire giant.
I agree. We were both in that room, but I mean...
From what I can tell what he was saying, I think the hammer, it will be at its most powerful with the Grave Wind. So I think we should do something now before the winds arrive.
You think that the hammer controls the Grave Wind?
I think the Grave Wind will affect the hammer.
I think whatever's in the Grave Wind, I think Ivy's correct. Whatever's in the Grave Wind will respond to the hammer. Because he said he could not control storms. But he did say that once the storm is there, a new army will appear for him.
That's what I'm saying. He can control.
So I think
the
now
zombies.
I think now is the time. I think if we wait, the problem will only exacerbate. I don't like this alchemy thing, like the alchemy fire.
Okay, the question is, how do we get him alone and not get attacked by the soldiers here?
We were mainly alone when we saw his audience, weren't we?
Yes, but he can still, noises will signal his backup.
All we need is a few seconds of surprise.
We could also light all the alchemical fire on the floor below so that they can't reach us while we deal with Aldo.
Sounds good to me.
And we all have a means of escape. We just talked about it, right? Misty Steps, Feather Fall, Magic Cloak.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a way to get out of there. He doesn't?
We're not sure.
All we need is to just grab the hammer and run.
Okay, so if I go down and pay the catamaran to make like a circle, come back at a certain point of time, maybe on the back end where people
I would just say hang out on the back end.
And then we can make an escape quickly after dealing with Aldo to the catamaran and just whisk back to the city. I mean, we still got a pissed off fire giant and a bunch of mad soldiers, but now they don't have a magical man and a hammer.
Correct.
Which is probably the best outcome.
Okay.
And we don't have to kill a fire giant. Plus side.
Okay.
We don't have to kill 30 soldiers. Plus side.
Mm-hmm. I say let's do it.
It is the less bloody alternative, which I do appreciate.
Let's hope so.
Let's do it.
So I'll request audience with Aldo to share my Garen's new plans on how he'll lead the front. Take an audience with him. Ivy, you'll be with me as she. Althea, you'll come as well because you were before.
And I gotta have the cloak with you.
Yep. Quatra, I guess you'll just wait outside until we give the signal, light the alchemical fire, and join us up there.
That sounds fine to me.
We can also tell the people who came with us to help you out with the fire.
Yeah, they should do it because I was like, well, if I can't be there to
Bree
help
and
with
Clarence.
yes.
Yeah, which are standing here.
They're actually
Yeah.
like more. They're actually like a few feet away, making sure no one gets close.
Got it.
No. This is perfect.
They're standing
Bree, Clarence, you will take this money, and I put like about 20 gold pieces in their hands. You will take this money, and you will get the catamaran and stick with it and meet us around the back. Bree can't.
I feel like they're not going to do a good job.
I trust Bree. We can't get Bree and Clarence out of the tower. We can't get them out of the tower.
Okay, cool, great. I understand that, but like, do we really think, Bree? Can you promise that you're not going to let Clarence be in charge of convincing?
Clarence is a soldier. He'll follow my orders if I
Okay.
transmit them from you.
Okay, great.
Bree, do you understand the plan? Get
Not
the catamaran.
really. One more time.
Okay, I'm going to give you this money. You go out to the catamaran, tell them that we're using it to prepare for battle tomorrow. Well, just say that Aldo has requested. I'm going to go out and I'm going to explain it to him, and you're going to get on the catamaran and you're going to meet her around the back, okay?
See?
You're going to and you're going to wait there for us.
I was right.
To appear on the catamaran, and then we're going to
Say
use
I
it
was
as an
right.
escape. Althea was right. I almost said correct, and then I merged it in the word right.
Correct.
Does that make sense, Bree?
I'll follow you.
Perfect. And Ivy, you're going to rest, and we're just all going to get ready, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. This is the plan.
This is so exciting.
This is the plan.
I have a quick DM question.
Yeah.
My Kusarigama, it's versatile, so it says I'm supposed to have a different damage output when I use two hands.
Just use the die up from
From it?
it.
Okay.
Yeah. 'Cause what, is it a D6 or D8? I don't remember.
It was a D4.
Oh, that's right, because it's a sickle. So
Yeah.
it's a D6 for
Got it. When I
two-handed.
use two-handed. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wait. We should have a backup plan. If this all goes to crap, is there a way that we can steal away some of that alchemical fire and get it on the catamaran?
Sure.
I
That
guess
sounds
so.
a little
Backup plan. If we can't kill Aldo, he's some kind of weird whatever it is. We've got a sea of monsters, right? And you, Althea, mentioned that they might not like fire or explosions, and they might be attacking fire giants.
I don't know that for sure. I thought that, like, we don't know what triggers the monsters.
Right, but a disruption like an explosion might or might piss them off. And
Possible.
we could potentially leverage this sea of monsters in our favor if everything goes to crap.
In what way?
As in, piss them off royally by throwing alchemical fire into the sand if people are chasing behind us via a fire giant.
Yeah, so maybe put a couple of jars on the catamaran
Yeah?
in advance.
Yep.
And make sure no one touches them.
Bree, does that sound good?
Yeah, it does. I can make sure no one touches
Clarence,
Clarence?
I swear to God, if you touch any of that fire.
Do exactly what Bree tells you to do. That's an order.
I will.
Clarence, I know you're trying your best. You're doing very well.
Thank you. It means a lot to me.
Clarence is going to develop a really big crush on you now, Ivy.
He's gonna crush me?
Yes.
Oh, no. All right, so while Ivy's resting, and I assume Quatra and Althea, you guys are planning in the room, I'll just take Clarence and Bree up real quick, go to the catamaran, try to do a deception, I assume.
Go for it.
Very good. That's a 24.
Yeah, that's plenty.
At every roll.
Pay the man his money. Pay the man his money. And stow away some alchemical fire on the back of the boat and return to everybody.
Easily enough.
I just didn't think.
No.
we needed a scene.
I was gonna quick us through that anyway. That was the perfect speed.
So we're requesting an audience after dark.
Right before
After
I'm gonna
dark.
do basically to give him an update of what my new plan is, because he's going to want to know. I was pretty ridiculous up there, so
What is your new fake plan?
it doesn't matter. My fake plan is to get into his room and start talking about a fake plan while you light the bottom of the stairs on fire and we kick his ass.
Oh, okay.
That's my plan.
Okay.
He'll figure it out as soon as we're kicking his ass.
Okay. What if he's not alone?
Oh, right. There's the Magus
Diva.
Majora.
I'll handle her.
We don't know. She does magic.
She's
I'll
a
handle her.
wizard.
Is anyone here good at fighting magic people?
No.
Here's what I do. I would learn this in the 16th room. You hold a wizard's hands, and they can't do any spells.
there a move that you use to dispel a wizard?
You don't lead. Don't try to lead me.
Quatra. I'm gonna have to stop you right there. I do plenty of magic. Remember when we were talking to each other?
Yes.
I was doing that without having to use my hands.
That's right. I put my mouth over the wizard's mouth,
So
and
you're
then I
gonna-
hold the hands.
This sounds like a very bad thing.
This sounds like a different room.
Okay, so I'm going to say that we were schooled slightly in the ways of magic, and most of the most dangerous, volatile magic is made by using your hands. Yes.
By the way, I was
words
wrong.
matter.
Message requires other things other than verbal.
I know. I saw you looking at your cards. I knew you were going to get there.
I'm a bad bard.
Well, let's be fair. You had the distraction of petting
Bad
the animal.
bar.
I'm a bad bard. Duh.
I like that song. But vicious
That was better
mockery
than
is only
mine.
verbal, and I can
Yeah.
do that. So, I mean, some people call it vicious mockery. I call it vicious ska mockery. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba. Thanks, Colin.
Nice. Oh,
So I guess we do this plan.
Yes, we do it.
Real quick,
Yes?
do you have any notes for me? How was I as a goat?
I think you did great. You were so majestic. It was great. Honestly, I think you sold it 90% of the way.
Yeah, honestly,
Thank
the
you.
golden
I mean,
goat.
if I was just in there standing myself, definitely not going to be the same.
Correct.
I was worried when I first turned into the goat and the boat nearly fell over. I was worried I made a wrong decision, but I think it ended up okay.
It was risky and it could have ended very badly. So I would think about those things in advance, but it worked and it paid off. And
Yeah.
we're proud of you.
So what I have to take from this is that it worked, and I should just do more things like that often.
I think you want to, speak with the group and converse. But you know what, Ivy? I will say that your instincts were on the mark on that one.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, we ready to do this? Take down a big bad hammer man.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, here we go. So, I guess Ivy turns into big majestic she again.
Did I get a short rest?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
So you guys head up the stairs. You're riding on the back of the giant golden goat. Quatra trailing behind to...
I still have my floppy straw hat that
Mhm.
covers most of my eyes,
yes.
And your
very
ears
much so.
still pinned back.
and my ears pinned back, and also I'm wearing my cloaks heavy around me.
My mouth is covered.
Mhm. And you make your way up to the curtain, and Odila is there at the top of the curtain.
I'm here to seek audience with Aldo. I have a revised plan, and I know he'll want to know of it.
Hold on. And she steps through the curtain, and there's another little moment of quiet and some murmured voices from the other side. There's a sort of long pause. A couple minutes, she comes back out. He will see you.
Excellent. We ride! And
She rolls.
I tried.
She rolls her eyes and walks away, and you pass through the curtain, and he's sitting on this like stone throne was in the corner before. Now
I was going to say, how did I miss that sweet stone throne?
Seems like it was in the corner. He's like since dragged it into the center, and he's sitting.
Was that what he was doing for 5 minutes? Quick, help me. It's going to look so cool.
He's got to go. I have to bring something.
And he has his hand on the hilt of the hammer as it rests next to him. He looks at you. Milk Tongue. You have a plan.
Oh, I do. A quite explosive plan at that.
Tell me.
And I stand atop she, and I strum the chords that I'd previously discussed with Althea and Quatra as being the signal for doing the thing.
What thing are we doing again?
And as soon as Quatra does the thing, our plan was for him to message me that he had done the thing.
So down below. So who do I see down with me?
Odila's near you, and Gary is near you. He's coming towards you with an armful of coins and
Okay.
hope in his eyes.
All right. From beneath my robes, my kusare gama, both the blunt edge and the sickle both drop to the floor. And I whip off my robes, and with one kick to Odila's solar plexus, which I call the sonic solar plexus strike.
Nice.
Credit to Matthew Root. And with the chain, the blunt edge of the chain, I whip it towards the pile of alchemist fire.
All right. And they detonate. I mean, you're trying to cause this chain reaction.
Right.
There's this explosion behind you guys, and the curtain billows up as the flames begin to fill the tower behind you.
I call this ballad The Moist Boys Kicking Your Ass.
And Aldo grabs the hammer and swings it towards you, and we're going to roll for initiative. Thanks for listening to Friday Night Quests. Your heroes will return in 2 weeks. Ivy is played by Amanda Joy Condon. You can follow her on Twitter at Amanda Joy. That's spelled Joy. Althea is played by Hilary Levi. You can follow her on Twitter at Hilary Levi. Phineus is played by Jay Jones. You can follow him on Twitter at JAwesomeJones and on his other podcasts Roll the Seas and Wrath and Story. Quatra is played by Jeremy Fox. You can follow him on Twitter at JLeeFox. I'm Mike Christensen, and I'm on Twitter at SuperGeekMike. Our theme song was composed by Khyle Fryer. He writes fantastic tracks for your D&D games, among other things, so follow him on SoundCloud for more great musical content. This episode included music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. You can find the track listing and credits in the show notes. This episode also included ambient sound from tabletopaudio.com. Are you interested in bonus episodes of Friday Night Quests, the kind you won't hear anywhere else? How about exclusive access to our Dungeon Master notes? You can find that and more by supporting our show at patreon.com/Friday Night Quests. We also have an online store. If you visit the merch link on our website, you can go to our Redbubble shop and get t-shirts, mugs, notebooks, phone cases, and so much more. If you like our show, we recommend you check out Wrath and Story, a hilarious RPG show set in the grimdark universe of Warhammer 40k. Jay Jones and Andrew Dickinger, along with their Servo Skull Daniel Fernandez, bounce from one crazy adventure to the next, hoping for fortune, glory, and decent dice rolls. If you have any questions about the show, you can email us at FridayNightQuests@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and until next time, play fair and have fun.
Snälla, det var med riffer, jag slet något för att se.